Greetings and welcome, everyone. It's All You Can Geek Gamecast episode 603. I'm one of your hosts, Jim Gass, joined by Mike Sneedy,
What's up?
Corey Feinsod,
Ahoy!
and Tony Korkanakis.
Yo, yo, yo.
Welcome, guys. Welcome, listeners and viewers, to 603 of the Gamecast. We are on Twitch, streaming live. I say this all the time, guys. Tuesday nights. Please join us. Fun. But welcome to the Gamecast. I mean, what we've been up to. I'm in a game lull. I haven't played any. Well, I mean, listen, it's been a lot of housework. I'm playing on Thursday. I'm starting something. I don't know what I want to start yet, but I am starting a game on Thursday. I don't know what that's going to be, but it's happening.
The Yakuza games
Yeah,
are
Yakuza.
back on Game Pass, which is interesting because they've only been off for about 6 months.
Well,
Actually,
I think what is it? Lost Judgment? Is that the game?
no. Those won't. I don't think the Judgment series will be on
Oh, that's
Game
Judgment.
Pass ever.
No, I mean, I
But
have that. I think that might be the next game.
oh yeah, you still have to do that. But I mean, Kiwami Zero and Kiwami 2, they left Game Pass in December and now they're back. So it's interesting. Might see a few games do that sort of library, like revolving door thing here and there.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. There's a lot of good stuff in Game Pass I want to check out. You know, I think I've moved on from racing games. It's weird for me to say that. I tried Forza Horizon and I've played a little bit of it and I just never. I'm just driving around. I'm like, yeah, it's cool looking. It looks nice. It's cool to drive around, but it's
That's
just.
exactly what I've been saying for you. It's like,
I know, but it
cool.
took a long time
Like,
for that to hit. Like,
it's like, yeah, the
Yeah.
graphics are pretty. Yeah, like the cars
Well, it
look
looks
super
fantastic.
amazing, super detailed. But like,
Oh.
it's like you're driving.
it's
like,
always the same.
and
It's
like,
always
yeah.
the same though. So it's like,
I think you need to be a bit of a gearhead to really like.
I'm sure it goes a
modern
long way.
racing games.
I'm sure it goes a long way.
Uh,
But it's just
yeah.
one of the things I love driving, but it's just there's only so much you can recreate, with a
Yeah.
controller, the experience and stuff like that. So whatever, they still
Yeah,
do
I
well,
mean-
and they're still making. So it's that audience
I
is
mean,
being served. It's just I'm not part of that.
Looks
I respect it,
incredible.
but it's
Yeah.
just not for me.
What's crazy for me is I think I might go back and I might like the new Forza game more than Forza Horizon. I think the closed course settings could get me back into it more. Where you're
Well,
tuning your
Horizon's the
cars.
open world, right?
Yeah, it's fine, but I'm just like I've played Horizon 3 and this is Horizon 4, right? And I don't know, I'm just kind of like, yeah, it's fine. It looks fantastic, but it's the same thing over
You
and over
need
again. Just
structure
like,
in your life. Jim.
yeah, yes. Again, forget
Jim
open worlds. They're
hates
terrible.
open world.
I hate open worlds, even though that's my game of the year.
All you play.
I mean, that's
Um,
kind of why I stalled on Elden Ring. I'm just like, I got the idea of what's happening and like as far as the gameplay loop, but I'm just like, do I need to really? Once three littler, like, more bite-sized games came out, I'm like, all right, I'll leave this. So I played, Strikers, I played Shredder's Revenge, and then I played Sonic Origins. And right now I just don't have the sort of, gumption within me to go back to Elden Ring. Like, that'll be there at some point, but not now.
yeah, I mean, the small, like, did you see the Cowabunga edition, by the way? They had some news
The
for that
Cowabunga
finally
collection? No, I didn't see
Yeah.
any news for that yet.
I
It
thought
looks good. I mean,
they just showed off
They
the
just
what,
showed-
Bebop and Rocksteady fight.
Bebop and Rocksteady. Yeah. It
Well,
looks great. I'm sorry, it just looked like a lot of fun. Talking about small,
I mean,
small.
these
No,
games
I mean,
have existed, so
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but not a lot in one package. It's kind of hard to get.
no, it's great. I'm not sure what the news is. They showed footage
I'm
of
not.
games
That's
that
why I'm not
have
putting
already
it.
been
I'm not putting it
released.
in the
like-
news. We're in what
No,
we've been
yeah,
up to.
I need a release date at this point for news from them. If not,
Yeah, no, I just threw it
whatever.
in here because Mike was talking about.
Well,
small
they
bits
want.
of
I'm
it.
sure they want to space it far enough from Shredder's Revenge to give
Sure.
maximize those sales and stuff like that.
So, yeah. All right. Anyways, Tony, what have you been playing?
Let's see, just the usual stuff. Lost Ark. I think I mentioned the raid last week. I tried the hard version this week for 2 out of 3 of them, and oh my god, like the one night it took so many hours, and it felt like back in WoW days where it was like just doing attempts, and wiping and doing attempts, and it's just like, oh god, why did I do this to myself and stuff like that. Other than that, just Mario Party and Mario Golf.
It's like that's the game I want to get. Like,
Yeah, I
I
had some
need to
people
get
over.
Mario Golf.
Yeah, well, check Target. Target has and Amazon, I
I
think.
just bought the
Oh,
Nickelodeon
Amazon.
game for $10 for Switch.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Now with the
Oh, I
voices.
forgot about the Prime Day stuff. We didn't even talk about what like Prime Day
There's
stuff. Anybody
nothing.
picking up
It's
something fun?
bullshit.
We
It's
talked
fucking
about it.
bullshit.
It's bad.
I just bought a
Save your
deadbolt.
money.
I bought a deadbolt that was on sale like normally for my doors, like a smart bolt deadbolt.
Mm.
And
Yeah.
that's a phone and a phone case. That's what I got myself. So,
But the one thing I'll say is that it's unfortunate because like I had some friends over and that's what we were playing. We decided Mario Party and Mario Tennis or golf rather. Sorry. And it would suck because I wanted to play Strikers, but at the same time, like I felt like after 2 nights of playing that, given
It's
right
over.
now, there's like nothing for replayability.
New?
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
nothing new.
Mm,
Like it's not like the stages make a difference. There's no new characters, and like I'm kind of disappointed that there hasn't even talked about deal. Like it wouldn't fine because again, Nintendo didn't have their own first party direct or anything like that. They're just like we're doing the third party stuff, which is fine. But it's like go on, like
Yeah.
when because I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure like by this point, you know, because we're a month out. We heard both about Mario Tennis and Mario Golf's, you know, free DLC, you know, thing, and we haven't heard anything about it for Strikers. It's coming. They did say, hey, it will come, but it's like, well, when? Like 3 months, 6 months? Who knows? And stuff like
I
that.
know. Like I said, like the first week when I played it, like the core gameplay is great.
Yeah,
but
it's fantastic. It's just
I
need more.
Feels
I need more.
a bit
Have
like
to.
Halo Infinite, where it comes out and it's just like, oh, this needs DLC right away.
Yeah,
That's unfortunate.
yeah, it
I mean,
is.
what we played on our 600 stream, like that was,
Mhm.
you know, that's fine for, you know, like half an hour to an hour.
Oh, yeah.
You
And then, like,
experienced
okay, I'll do it
everything that
again,
there
maybe
is,
another-
pretty
Yep.
much.
Yeah, and that's what I mean. It's like, well, what else can we do now? Like, I want to see more, but we don't have more, and so it's unfortunate. But the good thing is you do have it, and I'm sure they're working on some stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. It's just the silence hurts and
Yep.
you know whatnot. And you know, I just going along that Mario Party. Like I love Superstar so much. I've talked about it a lot because
Yeah,
it's
that's a
you know
little bit of that too.
but like that like I just don't understand why they haven't talked about DLC for that game. Like and that's just it seems like an easy grab. Like hey, more courses and more boards, maybe even more character. Like
I mean, look what you're doing with Mario Kart. You're just milking that shit. Like, you're giving us all this stuff with Mario Kart.
Yeah.
You can't throw us about third party and even golf. Mario Golf hasn't had much stuff.
no, Mario
what
Golf is.
makes us-
I would say Mario Golf is pretty feature complete now. Like I think it wound up having
I mean, it's the oldest game of these that we're talking about, though, right?
no tennis was the oldest. Golf
Tennis,
was the
yeah.
second. Golf wasn't a similar set where like the base game was kind of like it's good, but
Wow,
like it needed more courses and stuff like that.
Okay.
But it had it all now, so it's good. It's solid. And we keep replaying it just because there's always that like you know.
Golf games are always fun as a party game.
Yeah, exactly.
I also heard the Switch Sports game is similarly content light as well at release.
Yep. Which is
Yeah,
why I haven't gotten
and
that
that's-
either.
yeah, I haven't. That one I've actually played a little bit. I do want to pick that up for here, but that's a good fun house game to have.
Yeah.
I still haven't done it yet though, because like you guys said, I feel like I'm gonna get that discounted a little bit. That should if they're not gonna have more content for it soon. So.
Yeah, I mean, you just want it sort of comparable to what we had the Wii versions of these games a little bit, and at release they're just not. So hopefully they get there.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. Like that's the era we live in, and maybe we could turn that into an interesting topic cast because, you know, I'm not sure if it's better or worse. You know, because like back in the day, I remember being like, oh man, like you know, just say Wii Sports for example, it's like, oh man, Wii Sports is so fun, but like you know, I wish they would have add you know X, Y, or Z to it, and there was no paths to that previously. It was either you know nothing or you'd get a sequel in a few years and you'd have to plunge you know another $60 down and stuff like that. Whereas today it's like, hey, you know, we're gonna piecemeal it or you know release it over the course of like I think Nintendo typically does 18 months, and I think that's most DLC for other publishers too. It's 12 to 18 months. And it's like you know, it's just how it is. So it's like that's I guess the compromise there. I don't know. Feels weird. And then you got the outliers like Halo Infinite, which is it's so sad. It is so fucking sad.
I don't even know what's happening with that right now.
Nobody knows what's
Something-
nobody knows
something's
what's happening. Nobody knows what's happening. I just read something the other week where somebody from 343 like a fan or whatever had asked a question on the forums I think or something like that about hey, what's going on with like something, and they're like, hey, right now everybody's working on the co-op or something like that, and it's like, well, what, you can't do both? Like, it's like, no, you can't do both. Apparently, it's
When
like,
your
okay.
company's got what, 1,000 people working for them,
Yeah.
and they can't do any of that.
Yeah, 343 fucking
it's just
sucks.
sad.
I'm sorry if anybody works there and is listening
No,
to this,
like-
but like, your leadership
I
sucks. Your management
I had a
sucks.
source who like he worked with the company and couldn't get anything done because they just kept like spinning their wheels and not doing anything. It's like, so yeah, I don't know how this company functions. Like this, like it's amazing. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
so it's unfortunate for the fans. That's what.
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah.
bad.
All right. Where were we? Corey, what were you playing? Anything? Oh, you finished Xenoblade Chronicles, right?
Yep, I'm chipping away. Chipping away.
Like,
Yeah.
Pretty good
finished it?
tangent we went on.
No,
That was
I
good.
said chipping away.
Oh, Corey,
I
dude.
gave the
away.
he finished it thing, but
Ugh.
sorry.
Yeah, I mean, I got it right here.
Corey,
Oh, I can't
what?
see it.
Where are you, man?
I'm still in Colony 6.
Dude.
Never gonna do it. He's done.
No, what are you talking about? I'm done. I'm not playing 3 until I finish this game.
Oh.
I know. Well, you're not gonna make it by the release either way. So
Well, I might not make it by release, but I mean, I'm not.
you're not gonna make it
maybe,
by the
like, a
release.
little bit
Let's just say,
after.
it. Just admit it. It's okay. You can admit it.
I said I'm not gonna make it by the release, but
That's what you said. You didn't say. You said I probably won't make it by the release.
yes, probably, as in most definitely.
No, it's
What is
that's
it?
that's
The
totally
20?
fine, man.
What's the?
It's a big
23rd?
game.
No,
It's a
it's
big game.
Friday.
29th,
Right? It's Friday.
29th.
29th.
Because the thing is,
Those are big games. And
I
they're
didn't
so
even
long.
I didn't even mention it to you last week. I was like, I won't say this, but now I'm gonna say it because you still have the Future Connected DLC to do. That's on the cartridge there.
Oh, it's on there? Oh,
Yes,
I didn't
it's
even
on there.
realize it was on there.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice.
And that's like
I mean, it's like,
probably 15
Is it-
hours.
oof. Okay.
Oh,
Maybe
my
10,
God.
maybe 10. I don't know. I'll have to
That's
go
not
look.
that bad.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
It's not that bad, but it's definitely more that you have to do.
Anybody else for what you've been playing? Do we get to everybody?
I just been playing more Sonic Origins. Got through Sonic CD. Didn't really do the the time travel, like break the machine mechanic, because like I just couldn't find them. So that's kind of the point of that game. I just didn't do it. So I just went through it. It was okay. I still don't really like that game that much. So now I'm on the Sonic 2, which feels like home. That was my first Sonic game. And it's the same, except the special stage is way smoother now. I think they took the most liberties actually with that of anything that they did in this game. But it looks good. Still playing that and some MLB The Show. That's about it right now.
Okay. All right. Let's see some news from last week and this week. Let's see. We've got surprising, guys. Now I'm going to kick it off with E3. E3 posted
We just talked about it too.
Yeah, we had that. That's why I'm kicking it off with that.
A few things.
3-year
And Sony. Yeah,
hiatus.
it's same thing with Sony. As soon as we talked about God of War, the next day, they fucking they dropped it.
Well, we didn't get to that
I
yet.
guess. What?
God of War, by the way, has a release date in November. We didn't get to that yet either. But after the fiasco that went in last week, they released their release date, which is great. E3 coming back in 2023 in LA. I mean,
Yeah, we'll see.
good thing. Yeah.
Press X the doubt. Press X the doubt.
Doubt.
We'll see who shows up. That's what matters, really.
Yeah. I don't
I feel
think,
like they're gonna have it. It's just a matter of how big and what does it
Well,
actually
yeah,
mean. Like, what is it gonna
right,
be?
Who
what is
shows
it
up?
gonna-
Yeah.
Yeah, what is it gonna be? What's the purpose of it at this point? So yeah. We'll
Plus,
find out.
it's not like, Jeff is still having Summer Games
Yeah.
Fest. So
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna be involved in it. So.
no, he's definitely not. I mean, he's a
Guys
a
all
competitor
think that's
now.
something.
Yeah.
I mean, and how much work he's got to put into that? He's still got no time.
No. So, all right. Let's see. There was an article released that Rockstar Games reportedly plans to re-release its Red Dead Redemption 2 game on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series.
Yeah, that was in addition to that. Apparently, they had I think an RDR1 port,
Yeah,
or
a remake.
and I think a GTA 4 remake.
Yeah,
Or
there's been a
why
lot in
wouldn't they?
production for that.
Yeah, well, the way
Yeah, I
that
mean-
the GTA 3 remake collection apparently just did not do well, so they're like, no, we're not going to do it. So look,
That's what happened.
look,
and
Jim,
it sucks because
look, this is a win. This is a win.
Is it
I
a
would say
win?
good.
Yeah, Grand
This
Theft Auto.
time?
I mean,
This time,
it's a win.
I don't like Grand Theft Auto, but I do like the Red Dead Redemption games.
You don't need to.
Both of
It's
them?
fine right now. Just play it.
The second one, either way, I didn't play the first one. I can't say that. So, the second one was fantastic, but even though the ending was not realistic, because I got myself out of worse
You're
situation,
talking
way
about
worse
the
situations.
first one. Right?
No,
Or
the
you're
second
talking about
one.
the second one.
The second one was going to be remade
No,
as well.
no. The first Red Dead Redemption is kind of its own thing there. And
Oh,
there
that's
was Red
true.
Dead Revolver, but
Red Dead Revolver, Red Dead Redemption 1, I'm thinking of. That's right. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. I'm talking about the first one. The second one they were going to re-release as well. Yes, I'm talking about the first
Yeah,
Red Dead Redemption.
Redemption
Got you.
2, and then you had
Gotcha.
Revolver.
Yes, yes.
Which
So,
was not Rockstar.
the second Red Dead Redemption was not good. Well, it was fine, but it was just a horse simulator. So I'm actually happy they didn't re-release that. But so let's see what else we've got in the old news here. Open world Terminator game.
Interesting. I didn't actually look at anything involving that, but it's interesting.
Coming to PC and consoles sometime in the future if it comes out ever. It's
Who cares? It's a fucking Terminator.
yeah.
Sometime
I
in
mean,
the
does
future.
it doesn't matter? Like, is there a market for the Terminator game? That's why I put it on here.
I don't know.
to
Is
discuss
there a
is
market
is there
for
a market?
Terminator movies anymore?
No,
There a
that's what I'm
market
saying.
for a RoboCop game? And that too.
Well,
that's
that
true. We are getting
is less oversaturated, I would say.
Yeah.
So I
I
think
think-
some people are
Now we
excited
got
about
a
that.
Mad Max game that failed miserably, so we'll see.
Are they thinking gaming nostalgia, like based on like what Top Gun has done in the theaters and stuff? Do they like, you know what I mean? Like, let's hit some
I don't
games?
think the turnaround was that quick.
Yeah.
But
1 month, guys. We put this together.
although that
Could
Top
be.
Gun movie was supposed to come out like 5 years ago, so
Yeah,
maybe
they've had
actually.
plenty of time. They didn't know it was gonna be this big though that back then. So,
Well,
but yeah, I don't know. I don't see a market for it. I really don't.
I don't say market
I
for
don't
it
know.
either, but I
People-
mean, worst case scenario, it's a bad game and we never play it. Best case
Yeah.
scenario, it's
Yeah,
a great
yeah.
game and we go out and play it. You know that's
That's
fun.
true.
You know, a bad game coming out that doesn't hurt me. And like this particular studio that's doing it, it's like I'm not interested in any of their
Right, as
other
long as it's
output.
not somebody
I'm-
who's like being taken away from doing something that we want to come.
I am curious about because I was kind of out of it, but both of those characters were DLC for the last Mortal Kombat game, RoboCop and the Terminator. Arnold, someone doing his voice, unfortunately, but they did get the same actor for RoboCop in the game. I do wonder if maybe the enthusiasm for them might have led a little bit to this. I'm not sure. Again, that was just a couple years ago, so maybe that's not possible. But
I think it's just the '80s, throwback nostalgia.
Yeah,
It's
we're
like it
talking
full
about it,
force.
like, weaponizing the nostalgia. That's how it was.
To be fair,
pandemic has really started just like let's get all the nostalgia, collectibles and gaming. Like everything is just trying to
both-
Stranger Things, all of it.
both these franchises missed me by like a handful of years. I'm just a little too young to really be into them.
Mhm.
But there has been, games for these up until the late '80s, I would think, maybe early '90s for
And they're
Terminator.
arcade games, yeah. And then-
Terminator had a good arcade game. I remember that. Terminator 2, Judgment Day did. But as far as the game franchises, we haven't had like a modernized version of these in a while, so it could be interesting.
No, they didn't. Didn't they have like a? I thought they had a Terminator game for like 360 and PS3. When was it Dark Salvation?
Salvation.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah, they did.
Was that a tie-in?
Probably.
I don't know, but it came out. Again, it was probably bad, so I never played it. I never had a desire to play it. But I'm almost positive it came out. Doing it live. Go ahead, keep talking.
Yeah, I just I just don't know if there's a market for this.
I mean, the thing is, they're making Alien games, so why not make?
But again, like
Terminator
Tony said though,
RoboCop games?
Tony's statement is perfect though. It's like I got no skin in this game, so like if
Well,
it's a good
the
game,
thing
hey, I'm
is,
gonna play it.
you don't necessarily know,
Yeah.
Like could we have gotten a good Colonial Marines game, or did Gearbox have to make Borderlands 2? I mean, that's
We needed Borderlands 2, Corey. We both know that. That was our game of the year.
I'm just saying the people that are fans of that stuff.
Colonial Marines died for us.
Yeah. Okay. So
beat it.
2009, Terminator Salvation to tie in with the movie came out. In
Yes.
2015, mobile games came out to tie in with Genesis. And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
Terminator Dark Fate is an
Oh, Jesus.
MMO strategy video game developed by Firefly Games for Android and iOS.
Oh my god!
Yeah. free to play. Yeah.
Well,
It's been mobile for a
I know
decade.
I mean,
He's-
I would be more curious about a RoboCop game than a Terminator game at this point.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
been mobile for a decade. So, all right. Let's see. Forspoken, which is a we've talked about this game before many times from Square.
It looked interesting. I was very interested in.
Yeah. Delayed.
Delayed again. 2023 now.
This is
We
Square.
don't have a
Or who-
yeah, it's Square.
Mhm.
Have Square. Strategic decision. That's why.
Okay.
Interesting.
It's
I
developed.
mean, now is this because they need to like funnel more stuff into Final Fantasy? Who knows?
Yeah, maybe. Let's see what else I have here. Last bit of news I had was the GoldenEye news that Jeff Grubb posted and then IGN creatively stole for a nothing article.
Slow news day, man. Slow news day.
Yeah, I finished with this because I think it's
kind of
awesome.
wish it was explained more by either of them, but
No, I mean he's heard that one verse 100's team lead left Microsoft, so that's up in the air what's going on with that game. But GoldenEye is still in limbo because of the war, which I think is
what does that mean?
well, it's
Well, I
rough.
mean, the company that's making it is impacted by, right? They're like,
Yeah.
location-wise, they're close
If
to
it's
all
being
that
developed
stuff.
in Ukraine, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've had Amazon support chats where I'm talking to somebody in Ukraine and they have to stop the chat and transfer me because their building's being attacked. That's literally happened before with me.
Jesus Christ.
How many times do you open a support chat with Amazon?
Actually, that wasn't. Sorry, that was Corey. Sorry, that was Ubiquity. That was not Amazon.
Okay.
That was Ubiquity. That was Ubiquity.
Oh my god. That's
Yeah, I was in
insane.
the middle of a chat and I'm like, wait, who do I talk to? Because I'm guessing your support office is all in Ukraine. And I got somebody else, and the guy's like, yeah, I'm like, are you
But I mean,
guys okay?
So the optics of GoldenEye 2 is the fact that
Yes.
the Russians are the enemy in that game, so or the movie. So
Yeah.
it's also bad optics surrounding the current
Or
geopolitical
big
climate.
moves. I mean, I was gonna say, like, depending on where you stand, like, it might be, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like when the actual Cold War was going, that was the whole idea. Always the Russians, always the villains.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's unfortunate,
So,
but
yeah.
we'll get it sooner
I mean,
or later.
it's cool that these games, to see these games are actually
Waited this
being
long.
worked on. Yeah, I mean, it's cool to see these games are still being worked on because you
Wait
never
a
know.
while more. It's fine.
But yeah, we've waited this long. We can wait a little longer. So,
Yep.
all right.
Won't be playing.
Speaking of waiting, real quick, I'm pretty sure we talked about this a while ago, and you were doubtful, Jim. I could be wrong. I'm pretty
Always
sure
doubtful.
you.
It was a
Bayonetta
game
3
release.
just got rated by the E ESRB. So
Which got rated?
Bayonetta 3.
So it's gonna.
Because I'm pretty sure you said it
I'm
wasn't going to
pretty
make
certain
this
I
year.
wouldn't have. Yeah, I would. No, more than likely, I would say it's not going to make it this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely something
Right.
I would say.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's definitely still, but like it's a good sign. That's a good
telling
sign.
me this. You're telling me this, and I still doubt it.
Yeah, because I think it was when we were
So-
yeah.
My question for you guys, though, before we go, is we talked real briefly God of War. We talked about last week and how
The next day, Sony's like,
Next
"Here you
time.
go." It's like,
Yeah,
"Fuck you,
here's the
Sony."
release date, here's the
Fuck
CD trailer.
you. Fuck
Like
you.
November 9th. Do we actually see it November 9th?
No, I don't think so.
Oh no.
I still find
No,
it so
Jim.
weird that they released nothing but a CGI trailer. I don't know. That's just me.
Yeah.
No, I mean that's the other thing is are they just all crunching right now, super hard? It's like we don't have time to put anything else out. We just crunch. I mean, is that what we're getting now too? It's like because we have
Yeah.
to hit November 9th.
I think that's what we're getting. I think
Pretty
that's what we're
close.
getting.
Yeah,
5 months away.
I don't know. It's, we'll see. Like, yeah, we haven't really gotten much at all, and now it's coming.
Oh, plus-
in the next 4 months.
Apparently, plus it's also coming to PlayStation 4. Which,
Right, which-
yeah.
I think we knew that though.
Did we? Prior to last week?
I think they
I
said
don't think we
they
did.
a long time ago. I feel like that was grouped
I
in
mean, we
as.
probably speculated that it might, but like I don't.
We
I think
definitely
they were really-
speculated, but
we also speculated this has to be a PS5 exclusive, right? Like I mean, if we
Yeah.
were talking about launching your platform, and yeah, I get first year, maybe first year and a half, bringing everything back and forth, but now you're gonna hamstring your game because you need to put it on a console that's got 100 million units sold. I mean, I get it. We want the monies, but then you're gonna make a worse game.
I don't know about that because it's all was developed still on that stuff anyway, and I don't think Horizon really suffered too much for that. So
Well, we wouldn't know,
same
will
idea.
we?
Yeah.
I mean, look at what we're getting. We're getting Last of Us Part 1, rebuilt from the ground up, PlayStation 5.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Why?
That one gold, by the way. Hooray! Yay!
Yeah.
I'm really curious to see how that does because even like the diehard Sony fans seem to be questioning it on at least from social media. What I've seen on like Reddit and Twitter, because they're just like, why? Like the PS4 version plays just fine. Like,
Yep. 60
which
frames.
right,
I don't
60
know.
frames. You got,
I mean, I played it on the PS4 version. It was fantastic. Like it was great. I'm not playing it again. I don't care. I don't have a PS5 yet, but
yeah.
I'm getting one. This
Not to
year, and I'm
mention
just like, I am
spending
not playing this.
$70 on it. It's like
Yeah, and there's no chance I'm getting this game again. Not to mention, I could just pop my. I still have the game. I could just pop that one in and play it if I ever want to. You can't tell me it's gonna look that much better because I've seen the screenshots.
yeah. In some cases, I think it looks worse. I'm just like, wait, what? Like,
Yeah.
what did they do to their faces? It looks weird. Just like what,
Yeah.
like the
Yeah, I
fucking
gotta see
Spider-Man
it.
changes. But, like Peter Parker just
Yeah.
looks weird now. It's like,
Lighting choices. You know,
ugh,
lighting choices.
God.
So, yeah. All right. That's going to wrap up this episode of the Gamecast, folks. Thanks for tuning in. You can write us allyoucangeek at gmail.com. You can follow us on Twitter, on Twitch. We stream every Tuesday night starting at 8. We're on YouTube the following day. We stream the audio version of this podcast on Spotify and iTunes. So be sure to always check those out if you want to just listen to us while you drive. And thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back next week. See you then.
Not you.